Have you ever wondered why some of the happiest people on the planet live in countries where the winters seem to drag on forever and the sun is a rare guest? In Denmark, for instance, a winter day can shrink to just a few hours. The sky is often a blanket of gray clouds, and a bone-chilling wind blows in from the sea. You'd think it would be the perfect recipe for the winter blues. But time and time again, global happiness surveys put the Danes at the very top of the list. So what's their secret? It isn't the weather, and it's not some special government program. The secret is in their relationship with their home. For a Dane, a home isn't just walls and a roof. It's a personal fortress of peace, a sanctuary, a place of power. And this art of creating happiness within your own four walls has a name: Hygge. Perhaps you've heard the word. It's become quite fashionable these days. It's used to describe candles, throw blankets, and interior design styles. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. True Hygge can't be bought. It can only be created, felt, and lived. It isn't a style, but a set of daily, simple, and wise habits that help you appreciate quiet joys and find warmth even on the gloomiest day. It's the art of being, not seeming. Today, I want to share with you not some abstract philosophy, but very practical observations I brought back from Denmark. These are 5 fundamental principles, 5 pillars that support the Danish art of coziness. They won't require a lot of money or a major renovation. They only ask for a little attention, a bit of care, and a willingness to listen to yourself and your home. These are 5 simple yet surprisingly powerful steps that can help turn any dwelling, whether it's a spacious apartment or a little cabin by the lake, into a true sanctuary of peace and warmth. Let's take this quiet journey together and learn how to invite Hygge into your home. If you find these ideas inspiring, make sure to hit like and subscribe to the channel. That way you won't miss more practical tips and uplifting stories on how to bring comfort and joy into your daily life. The first pillar: light as the soul of the home. The first thing you'll notice in any Danish home is a reverent, almost sacred relationship with light. For people who live with long periods of darkness, light isn't just a utility, it's medicine for the soul, the most important tool for creating a mood. The Danes are true masters of painting with light, and their main secret is very simple. Every room should have several sources of light, not just a single harsh overhead fixture. They call it the rule of 3 sources. Imagine your living room in the evening. The first source is the general light. This is usually a chandelier or ceiling fixture. We turn it on when we need to see the whole room clearly, say when we're cleaning or when company arrives. But as soon as the need for bright light is gone, the Danes turn it off. For them, living under a constant, bright overhead light is like shouting all the time. It wears on the nervous system. The second source is task, or functional light. This is a reading lamp by an armchair, under cabinet lighting over the kitchen counter, or a sconce by the mirror in the entryway. It's a focused light that helps us do a specific job: read, cook, or get ready. It creates cozy, self-contained islands of light without flooding the entire space. And finally, the third and most important source for Hygge is atmospheric light. This is where the magic happens. It's a soft, warm, diffused light that doesn't illuminate anything directly, but creates a feeling of peace and safety. This could be a floor lamp in a corner, a small table lamp on a dresser, a string of warm fairy lights, or, of course, candles. The Danes are the world champions of using candles. They don't just light them for special occasions. They light them every day. 1 or 2 candles on the dining table, a few on a tray on the coffee table. They create a living, flickering, breathing glow that no light bulb can imitate. That flame is a symbol of the hearth, a quiet signal that says, "You're home, you're safe, you can relax now." So how can you bring this magic into your own home? Start small. This evening, try not to switch on the overhead light. Instead, use a floor lamp and a table lamp. You'll be amazed at how the room transforms, becoming deeper and cozier. If you have dimmer switches, they are a fantastic tool. They allow you to turn down the day and gently transition into an evening of rest. And here's another small but very important Danish secret: the windowsill, or vindueskarm. In Denmark, you rarely see windowsills jammed with rows of potted plants. For them, the windowsill is a stage for the light. They leave it almost empty, placing just one or two beautiful objects and maybe a lamp there. This way, precious daylight can flow into the room unhindered. And in the evening, the light from the lamp reflects off the glass, creating a sense of depth and extra coziness. Try clearing off one of your windowsills. Let the light in. Finally, mirrors. A strategically placed mirror, opposite a window or where the light from a lamp falls, can work wonders. It catches the light and gently scatters it around the room, making the space feel larger and brighter. Think of light not as a necessity, but as your ally. It can soothe, energize, or set a mood for reflection. By managing the light, you manage the atmosphere of your home and, in turn, your own peace of mind. The second pillar, the art of touch and the richness of texture. From light for the eyes, we move to warmth for the skin. Hygge is, in many ways, a tactile feeling. It's what we feel when our bare feet touch a soft rug, when we wrap ourselves in a warm throw blanket, when our hands cup a favorite, slightly rough ceramic mug. Our hands and feet remember and appreciate comfort just as much as our eyes do. The Danes understand this intuitively, which is why their homes are so rich with different textures. They love natural materials that carry a living warmth: wood, wool, linen, cotton, leather, clay. The secret isn't to fill your home with expensive things, but to skillfully combine their surfaces. Imagine a smooth, perhaps even slightly cool leather sofa. On its own, it might look a bit formal, but toss a chunky knitted throw and a couple of linen or velvet pillows on it, and suddenly the sofa is inviting you to sit down and sink into its embrace. You've created a contrast of textures, and the space has come alive. Look at your coffee table. Perhaps it's made of polished wood or glass. Place a simple, handmade ceramic vase on it, a stack of books with different covers, and a woven placemat nearby. Smooth meets rough, warm meets cool. This simple combination creates visual and tactile interest. You want to touch these things? This is the art of small details. A plush rug by the bed that feels so good on your feet in the morning. A small sheepskin throw casually draped over an armchair. Heavy cotton drapes that create a feeling of being protected. A wooden cutting board in the kitchen that over time gathers knife marks, holding the history of thousands of family dinners. Think about your own personal Hygge objects. Do you have a favorite mug? The one that fits perfectly in your hand, with just the right weight and thickness. Drinking your morning coffee or evening tea from it is already a small ritual of pleasure. And what about your house slippers? Soft, warm, a welcome comfort for tired feet at the end of the day. These aren't minor details. They are the foundation of your personal, physical comfort. Start noticing the textures around you. Run your hand along the back of a wooden chair, feeling the warmth in the grain. Touch the cool, smooth surface of a window pane. Feel the softness of your favorite old cardigan. By surrounding yourself with a variety of pleasant, natural materials, you send constant signals of comfort and safety to your body. You create a home that you can not only see, but also feel. The third pillar, living nature and its echoes in the home. We are children of nature, and even in the most modern city, we subconsciously long for it. The Danes, living in harmony with their harsh but beautiful northern landscapes, have learned to blur the line between their homes and the outside world. They bring nature inside to feel its breath and live by its rhythm all year long. And I'm not just talking about houseplants, though they are certainly important. I'm talking about something simpler and more profound. The art of noticing and bringing home small gifts from nature. This creates a living calendar in your home that changes with the seasons. In the spring, as nature awakens, it's enough to bring back a few pussy willow stems from a walk, or some forsythia branches that will burst into yellow flowers right there in your vase. It's a quiet promise of the warmth to come. In the summer, you don't need to buy expensive bouquets. A small handful of wildflowers in a simple glass jar will bring more life and authenticity to your home than the most elaborate store-bought arrangement. It's the scent of the meadow, the buzz of bees, the feeling of warmth, all in one little bouquet. Autumn is the most generous season. Bright maple leaves, a few chestnuts or acorns, an interesting piece of driftwood found in the woods. All of these can become part of a seasonal display on a dresser or shelf. Just gather them in a shallow bowl or arrange them on a tray. It's a reminder of the beauty of fading and of nature preparing for rest. In the winter, when everything outside is gray and lifeless, a few pine or fir boughs in a tall vase will fill the home with a healing evergreen scent and create a feeling of holiday anticipation. Pine cones collected in the fall can now become the main decoration. This simple practice has a wonderful therapeutic effect. First, it makes us more observant on our walks, encouraging us to look around and notice the beauty in small things. Second, these natural souvenirs carry the energy of the place where you found them, be it a favorite park, a forest, or a riverbank. They are anchors for your memories. And third, they help us accept the cyclical nature of life. Looking at a fading autumn leaf, we learn to accept that everything changes and that every season has its own special charm. Of course, houseplants play their part too. They clean the air and add the color green, which has a calming effect on the nervous system. But you don't need to turn your home into the set of a Tarzan movie. Just have one or two healthy, well-cared-for plants that you truly love. Tending to them, watering, wiping the leaves, is a form of meditation, a form of care that pays you back in spades. Let nature become a part of your home. Let it remind you that you are a part of something larger, eternal, and beautiful. The fourth pillar, mindful order and space for living. When people think of the Scandinavian approach to home, many imagine a sterile, almost hospital-like minimalism. But that's a misconception. Hygge isn't about emptiness. It's about having room to breathe. Clutter is visual noise. Piles of papers, scattered belongings, and cluttered surfaces subconsciously tire our brains, even if we don't notice it. They seem to shout at us about unfinished business and create a sense of chaos. For the Danes, then, order is not an end in itself, but a tool for achieving peace of mind. And their approach is very wise. It's a mindful order, not a rush to get rid of everything. The goal is to surround yourself only with things that you truly love, that serve you and that bring you joy. There's a wonderful, simple principle that many in Denmark follow. One in, one out. Bought a new vase? Great. Find an old one that no longer makes you happy and give it to someone. Received a new scarf as a gift? Thank your old one for its service and make room for the new one. This prevents things from piling up and cluttering your life. Another brilliant trick for quick tidying is to use beautiful baskets, boxes, or bins. Everyone has those little homeless items: TV remotes, charging cables, reading glasses, the newspaper, a ball of yarn. Instead of letting them spread out over every surface, give them a home in a nice woven basket. At the end of the day, just gather everything up and put it inside. The room is instantly transformed, looking tidy and calm. You haven't gotten rid of the items, you've just given them their own house. Danes also love functional furniture with hidden storage, a coffee table that can store magazines inside, an ottoman with a hinged lid, a bed with pull-out drawers. This allows you to have everything you need close at hand, but not on display. The space remains clean and free for living, for air, for light. Try a little experiment. Choose just one surface in your home, like the dresser in your bedroom or a shelf in the living room. Clear everything off it, wipe away the dust. Now put back only what brings you true pleasure. Maybe it's a photograph of a loved one, a beautiful candle, and that special stone you brought back from the beach. Just 3 things. See how the feeling has changed. Beauty now has room to breathe. Mindful order isn't about depriving yourself of things. It's about making room for what's most important, for peace, for light, for life. It's a conversation with your home, where you decide together what stays and what goes to make your shared space more harmonious. The 5th pillar, ritual as an anchor in daily life. Our lives can sometimes feel like a series of hectic and occasionally meaningless tasks. Rituals are what give life structure, meaning, and stability. They are small, repeated actions that we perform mindfully and with pleasure. They become our personal anchors of calm in the stormy sea of daily life. In Denmark, the culture of small rituals is very strong. One of the most famous is morgenkaffe, or morning coffee. This isn't just a cup of coffee on the go. It's a sacred 10 or 15 minutes after waking up that a person dedicates to themselves. They sit in a favorite chair by the window, slowly sip a hot coffee or tea, and simply watch the world wake up. No news, no checking the phone. It's a time to gently boot up for the new day, to get centered, to be in silence. Another wonderful tradition is Hygge, or Friday Hygge. Friday is the end of the work week. In the evening, the whole family gathers. It's often a very simple meal, like tacos or pizza that everyone makes together. Candles are lit, a movie is turned on. The point isn't the food or the film, but the ritual itself, a shared activity that clearly separates the work week from the weekend. It's a signal to the whole family. Okay, we can breathe out and just be together. You don't have to copy Danish traditions. The beauty of rituals is that you can create your own that are meaningful just for you. Maybe it will be an evening tea time, not just a tea bag and a mug, but brewing a special herbal blend in a nice teapot. You sit down, wrapped in a blanket, and slowly, sip by sip, you drink the warm, fragrant tea, letting the day dissolve, or a bedtime reading ritual. Not scrolling through a newsfeed on your phone, which only agitates the mind, but reading a few pages of a real paper book. This helps your brain switch gears, calm down, and prepare for sleep. Perhaps for you, such a ritual will be tidying up for the night. When the day is done, you walk through the rooms, turn off the overhead lights, switch on a small lamp, fluff the pillows on the sofa, and fold the throw blanket. It's like tucking your house in for the night, thanking it for the day. It's a gesture of care that creates a deep sense of peace. A ritual doesn't have to be complicated or long. The most important things are repetition and mindfulness. It is your personal, scheduled appointment with yourself, your island of predictability and peace. By creating these small anchors, you make your life more meaningful and filled with quiet joy. So we've talked about the 5 pillars on which true Danish Hygge is built. Let's remember them one more time. First, there's light, the soul of the home, which we learn to manage to create the right mood. Second, there are textures, the richness of touch that gives us physical comfort and warmth. Third, there's nature, its living echoes in our home that connect us to the rhythm of the year. Fourth, there's mindful order, which frees our space from visual noise and leaves room for life. And fifth, there are rituals, the small anchors of daily life that give us stability and peace. As you can see, not one of these points mentioned buying a specific sofa or an expensive vase, because the main conclusion I came to is very simple. Hygge is not what you buy, but what you do. It is the art of small steps and mindful choices. It is an expression of love and care for yourself, for your loved ones, and for your home. It is the ability to find beauty in the familiar and joy in the simple. And you absolutely do not need to move to Denmark to feel it. Start with the smallest thing, with whatever resonates with you right now. Tonight, light just one candle. Brew yourself a cup of that tea whose flavor you love so much. Wrap yourself in your favorite blanket, the one that holds so many memories, and just sit for a few minutes in silence. And you will feel your home respond to you. You will feel the warmth awaken within it. You will feel Hygge being born, your own personal, unique Hygge. Thank you for spending this time with me. Take care of yourself and your home, and I'd love to hear from you. Share in the comments which pillar of Hygge speaks to you most, or what small ritual brings you the most comfort at home. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. Together, we'll keep building a more cozy, happy life, one step at a time.